Humans are strange creatures, and Yorgos Lanthimos is very interested in that. At a glance, you might even think he hates them. He creates odd, often cruel characters and puts them through hell. At their core though, most of his characters are sad, lonely beings who just want to be loved and find their place in the world. In his own weird way, he's quite the humanist. He wants to see how people behave in extreme situations, and out of this comes a recurring theme of control and power. All of his characters are trapped in some way, either by an oppressive power structure, a hopeless situation, or a personal need for power and control. This manifests itself in so many different ways, be it societal, familial, or deeply internal. The characters' battle with these ideas usually ends with them breaking free or having a breakdown. Sometimes this is the literal main point of the film, and sometimes these themes are bubbling on a more symbolic level. The adult children in Dogtooth are imprisoned by their father without ever having known the real world. He uses rules and propaganda to keep them in line.
Ένα παιδί είναι έτοιμο να φύγει από το σπίτι του όταν.
Πέσει ο δεξιός κινώδοντας.
Anytime something threatens to pique their curiosity, like an airplane or a cat, he turns it into propaganda.
Το ζώο που μας απειλεί λέγεται γάτα. Είναι το πιο επικίνδυνο ζώο που υπάρχει. Όσο βρίσκεστε μέσα, δεν κινδυνεύετε.
He literally keeps his children in the dark. And when they break a rule, they are punished. The father is shown as a man who desires power on every level, shown through his workplace interactions and even the fact that he's putting his dog through obedience training.
Αυτό το κάθε σκυλί και το δικό σας σκυλί περιμένει από μας να του δείξουμε το πώς θα συμπεριφερθεί.
The Lobster creates a dystopian society in which single people are rounded up and forced to find a relationship. Like Dogtooth, the oppressors enforce this endeavour using propaganda,
Help! Help!
rules and punishments.
I imagine you know that masturbation is not permitted in the rooms or any other area of the hotel.
I'm sorry, please!
When David escapes the hotel, the group of loners enforce a new set of rules and punishments.
By the way, any romantic or sexual relations between loners are not permitted, and any such acts are punished. Is that clear?
It shows how people lose sight of their humanity when they give in to these power structures and try to force things to happen out of fear. Behind the cold exterior is a film about lonely people who want affection and can only break free when they help each other.
A hotel maid helped him. He couldn't understand why she did it.
The killing of a sacred deer is one man's battle with control. Stephen is a respected surgeon with an almost godlike control of the fate of people's lives. When a teenage boy with a vendetta takes that control away from him,
it's exactly what you think. Just like you killed a member of my family, now you gotta kill a member of your family to balance things out, understand?
he can't handle it.
Open the door or I will smash it down and I will fuck you and your mother!
His struggle with control is a constant undercurrent. Even a throwaway line suggests he has problems with alcohol.
He hasn't had a drink in 3 years.
When the boy shows him a film, it's Groundhog Day, a film about a narcissist who loses control of his life.
You're not a god. You can take my word for it. This is 12 years of Catholic school talking.
The favourite is about 3 women trying to control each other in a battle for power.
But favour is a breeze that shifts direction all the time.
Every conversation is an arm wrestle, and as Abigail's thirst for power consumes her, it destroys not only her humanity, but the lives of those around her.
I thought you were on our side.
I'm on my side. Always. Sometimes it's a happy coincidence for you.
Alps is operating on a more subconscious level. Centered around a secret society of people who replace dead loved ones, they also function through rules and punishments. But it's mostly a film about grief and identity. The characters are all trying to force someone to fill a hole in their heart.
Μόνο κάποια στιγμή θα πεις, please, don't you stop. It feels like heaven.
Or to be someone they're not. The takeaway here is that excessive use of power doesn't work. No one's really in control of their own lives, and it's gonna happen the way it's gonna happen. No amount of propaganda can placate the eldest daughter's curiosity, and she escapes. The central couple in The Lobster escape all their oppressors to be together, even if David must blind himself. Stephen's life and family is forever destroyed because of his irresponsible use of his own power. The nurse in Alps suffers a mental breakdown after losing sight of who she is.
Παπά, μπορείς να μου φέρεις λίγο νερό, σε παρακαλώ?
The dying queen realizes what a snake Abigail is, relegating her back to servant status while the one honest character in the film is banished from England. It is hard to find a rhyme or reason to Lanthimos' lessons on control and power. It's almost at random whether he punishes wrongdoers or innocents caught up in their wrath. Power destroys all. He's cruel to his characters, but deep down he's encouraging them to break free of these power structures around them and within them. To help each other, live for themselves, and to love. It doesn't always work out, but neither does life. He uses his bizarre worlds to tell human truths. You can't force people together who aren't meant to be. You can't force a sick person to be well again. You can't force yourself into a life that isn't yours. You can't oppress people without expecting them to fight back. You can't force people apart who truly love each other. They'll find a way no matter the cost. You can't force things. Well, you can, but don't expect it to go well.